My tooth starts to hurt, and the feeling is strange. At first, it is only a little pain. I notice it when I drink cold water or when I eat something sweet. I think it will pass, but it does not stop. After a few days, the pain grows stronger. Now it comes even when I do nothing. At night it is worse, and sometimes it wakes me up. I touch my cheek with my hand and feel pressure inside. The place feels heavy and warm. I know something is wrong with the tooth. I walk to the mirror and open my mouth wide. I look carefully at every tooth. On one side I see a small dark spot. It makes me feel worried. I try to brush my teeth again, moving the toothbrush very slowly. I clean every corner. I rinse my mouth with water. The pain stays the same. It does not change. I understand that brushing cannot help me. I think about my last visit to the dentist. It was many years ago. I always avoid it because I am afraid. I remember the big chair, the bright light, and the sharp smell of medicine. I remember the loud drill. As a child, I did not like it. Even now, the sound makes me nervous. But the pain is stronger than my fear. I take my phone and search for a clinic near my home. I see many names on the screen. I choose one close to me and call. A woman answers and asks about my problem. I explain my tooth hurts a lot. She checks the schedule and tells me the doctor can see me tomorrow morning. I agree and write down the time. I say thank you and end the call. I put my phone on the table and sit still. My heart beats fast. I feel afraid, but I also feel calm, because tomorrow I will finally get help. I arrive at the clinic in the morning. The building is small but clean. I open the glass door and walk inside. The air smells of medicine and soap. At the desk, I see a woman with a computer. She smiles and asks my name. I give her my name and the time of my visit. She checks the list and tells me to wait for a few minutes. I sit on a chair in the waiting room. The walls are white, and there are posters about teeth. I look at the pictures of healthy smiles. I feel a little nervous. I put my hand on my cheek where the tooth hurts. The pain is still there. Soon the woman calls my name. She shows me the way to the doctor's room. I walk slowly. The room is bright with a big chair in the center. The dentist greets me and asks me to sit. I sit down and the chair moves back. A strong lamp shines on my face. The dentist puts on gloves and a mask. He asks what my problem is. I tell him my tooth has been hurting for a few days. I explain that it hurts more with cold or sweet food. He nods and says he will check. He takes a small mirror and looks inside my mouth. He touches the tooth with a thin tool. I feel a short, sharp pain. I move a little in the chair. The dentist looks closer and says there is a small hole in the tooth. It is the beginning of decay. He tells me it is good that I came early. I listen and feel worried but also a little better, because now I know the reason for the pain. The dentist moves closer and prepares his tools on a small tray beside me. I hear the sound of metal against metal, and it makes me feel nervous. He puts on fresh gloves and checks the bright lamp above my head. He asks me to open my mouth wide. I open slowly and try to stay calm. He explains that he must clean the bad part of the tooth. I feel my heart beating faster. Then I hear the machine. The sound is sharp and loud, and it reminds me of my childhood fear. I hold the arms of the chair tightly. The dentist starts to work carefully. I feel pressure on the tooth but not much pain. The sound fills my ears, and I close my eyes for a moment. A nurse stands near me and holds a thin tube. She puts it into my mouth to take away the water in small pieces. I taste the water mixed with medicine, and it feels bitter. The dentist moves the tool slowly, step by step. Sometimes he stops and looks with the mirror. Then he starts again. I try to breathe slowly and think about something peaceful, maybe a walk in the park. After some minutes, the sound stops. The dentist takes another tool and checks the tooth. He touches it gently, and I feel a small shock of pain. He nods and says the bad part is gone. He shows me with the mirror, and I see a small hole. It looks dark and empty. He explains that this is normal. Now the tooth is ready for the filling. I feel tired in my jaw, but I am happy this step is finished. I take a deep breath and wait for what comes next. The dentist takes new tools from the tray and shows me a small tube with special material. He explains that he will fill the hole so the tooth will be strong again. I open my mouth wide and rest my head back on the chair. The lamp above me feels hot and bright on my face. The dentist starts by drying the tooth with air. I feel a cold stream that makes me shiver. Then he uses a tool to place soft material inside the hole. I feel pressure in my tooth but no sharp pain. The nurse stands close. She holds the suction tube. It takes away water and saliva. The sound is steady in my ears. The dentist presses the material deeper. He shapes it carefully. I taste something bitter on my tongue. The taste is strange. He works slowly. He makes sure the surface is smooth. Then he asks me to bite down. I close my teeth gently. It feels different. It is not the same as before. He checks with his mirror. He adjusts the shape again. After that, he takes a small blue light. He shines it on the tooth. The light is very bright. I close my eyes. He keeps the light on for a short time. Then he removes it. He checks once more and nods. He says the filling is hard and safe. I open and close my mouth again. It feels more natural now. The dentist explains that the tooth is protected. He says the pain will stop. I feel tired in my jaw. But I feel calm in my heart. At last I can relax. The hardest part is over. The dentist takes off his gloves. He puts the tools away. He looks at me. He starts to give advice. He says my tooth is safe now. But I must care for all my teeth every day. He tells me to brush 2 times every day. morning and night. He explains to brush slowly, not too hard. This keeps the gums healthy. He says I should always use fluoride toothpaste. Fluoride makes teeth strong. It protects them from holes. I listen and nod. Then he talks about floss. He says brushing is not enough. Food can stay between teeth. Floss helps clean those small places. I never used floss before, but now I decide to try. The dentist says I should rinse my mouth with water after eating, especially after sweet food. He tells me sugar is dangerous. It feeds bacteria. He says to drink more water. He says to eat fresh fruit and vegetables. Candy and soda are not good. I should eat less of them. I feel guilty. I like sweets. But I know his words are right. He reminds me to visit a dentist every 6 months. He says regular checks can stop problems before they hurt. I breathe slowly. I feel calm. His advice is simple and clear. I thank him. He smiles. He tells me I did well today. He says the treatment is finished. I sit up in the chair. I touch my cheek. The pain is gone. My tooth feels strange with the filling, but I already feel better. I thank the dentist and the nurse. I stand. I take my bag. I walk to the door. I feel lighter. I feel calmer. I am proud that I faced my fear. I am happy that my tooth is safe again. I leave the room. I walk to the front desk. The woman smiles. She asks how I feel. I tell her I feel better now. She gives me a small card. It has the date of my next check. She says it is good to come back in 6 months. I put the card in my bag. I thank her. I step outside. The air feels fresh. The sky is bright. The street feels quiet. I breathe deeply. I feel calm. My cheek is a little numb, but the strong pain is gone. I walk slowly down the street. I think about the morning. I remember how nervous I felt. Now I feel proud. I was brave. I tell myself I will take care of my teeth better. I think about brushing 2 times every day. I think about using floss and drinking more water. I imagine buying floss at the shop later. It will feel strange at first, but I want to try. As I walk, I feel the new filling. It is smooth. It is hard. It feels different but safe. I touch my cheek again. I smile a little. I am thankful the dentist helped me. I am thankful for the advice. I reach my home. I open the door. I put my bag on the chair. I sit down. The room feels warm. The room feels quiet. I take a glass of water. I drink slowly. My body feels relaxed now. I think about the next 6 months. I know I will not wait too long again. I will keep my teeth clean. I will keep them healthy. I feel calm. I feel safe. I feel ready to continue my day. I sit in my room. I rest for a while. I touch my face gently. I feel only a little soreness. The strong pain is gone. I think about my fear before the visit. I remember the sound of the drill. It made me nervous. Now I feel different. I understand the dentist helped me. The treatment was not as bad as I imagined. I feel proud I went, even when I was afraid. I know I must change my habits. I stand and go to the bathroom. I take my toothbrush. I look at it carefully. I tell myself I will use it morning and night. I decide to buy floss. I will use it after meals. I think about drinking more water. I think about eating less sugar. These steps will help my teeth stay strong. I smile at myself in the mirror. My mouth feels strange with the filling. But I already feel healthier. I go back to my room. I sit near the window. The sunlight comes in. I feel warm. I close my eyes. I take a deep breath. I feel calm. I feel safe. I feel thankful. Today I learned fear can be smaller than I think. Health is more important. My tooth is better. My heart is lighter. My mind is quiet. The day feels new. The day feels full of peace.